Hey, John from Mighty here, and I'm going to quickly walk through some troubleshooting tips when using global styles. So if you're in our new power up and you've got type styles not turned on yet, what you'll want to do is go in here and you can either use our Mighty starter styles that we've created, or you could start to create your own custom styles. So I'm going to go through the process of just creating a new custom style. I'm going to just call this body. You'll notice that it's going to just use your course's body font by default. We set the size to 18, and that's really kind of all we set at this point. There's no font weights, casing, line height, letter spacing, or even text colors. We leave all of that for you to be able to override. Otherwise, we just inherit whatever you normally get from your section, wherever you're kind of applying this. So now that I've got this type style set up, if I go back into my course, I can just highlight any text either on the cover page or throughout your course, any block, and then go ahead and apply that type style. And you should notice automatically that things get applied. Now, if you don't see things change, what you could be running into is the fact that maybe you've already fine-tuned all of your types or all of your font changes throughout this block as an example. So in here, let's say I actually have already changed this to be, size 16, and I have changed the font color to be a little bit more of like a lighter color. Let's go ahead and set this back to um, something else just because it was unique. So something like that is how I've got it set up. Now, if I were to highlight this text and then apply that same type style, you'll notice it didn't really do much. Like it didn't change me to my font size correctly. And the reason is because we are basically just creating a layer above the rich text editor that says, hey, here's what the new defaults should look like, giving you the ability still within the rich text editor to override those. So again, if you've already overridden everything, you may not see all of these type style changes happen. So the way that you'll be able to do that, if you want to be able to just like wipe away all of your changes, is highlight the text and then hit clear formatting. Now that will get rid of other color changes. If you've added hyperlinks, if you've done lists, like it will literally get rid of all of that, but it will bring you back to at least a baseline of where those type styles are used. So arguably some may say like, this is really good for new blocks that I'm adding to my course, or this is for a new course in general, but being able to take all of your existing courses and doing all the fine tuning that you've already done, we're not going to blow any of that away. What we're going to do is just apply those type styles on top. So if I go into my lesson here, and so we can kind of actually play with this as an example, I'm going to use our shortcut to open up this type styles panel. And in here, we've got an image and text block. If I were to reveal this code editor view, we're going to see that this is pretty pristine. There's not a lot of fine tuning that we've done in this block. So if I go then into the assign style section, choose the image and text block for block mapping, and then I map the paragraph to my new body style, you'll see that that changed. So if we go to none, back to body, that things are changing there. So again, if you don't see changes, most likely you've already overridden some of the type styles on the individual text, and therefore you're not going to see those because you've already overridden them, which honestly is a good thing because we don't want to make it so as soon as you turn on global styles, we blow away all these like custom settings that you've made. So you may just have to go into some of those sections and remove that. Now from here, if you're in a pristine rich text experience, meaning there's no overrides happening inside of here, what you should be able to do is in the styles panel, as you're starting to see this kind of throughout your course, you're able to make adjustments and see all of those changes happen for you on the fly. So as you can see right now, I'm updating the font size to 17, but I could also even adjust the line height to have that be more like 1.2. So things get scrunched down. Probably honestly, ideally, I wouldn't actually keep that at 1.2, maybe bump that up to 1.6 or something, just give it a little more room. But you should be able to kind of play with this side panel and see all of those changes kind of happen live for you. So the way to open that up is you'll see we've got a shortcut. So either you can go in the rich text, hit this edit styles, or if you hit that shift command option slash alt T, that'll open up this side panel for you to be able to play with that. And I haven't really talked yet about the color styles, but color styles really should just kind of work out of the gate. You go in here, you add some new color type or some new color styles, and then as you go to apply those, let me just create this surface color. We'll make this a little bit of a darker color here, create that style. And then you go in here. Now let me change my type style. So instead of it just inheriting from Rise, whatever color it should be, we can switch over to our color styles and then apply that. And you'll see that that had a very subtle change. So if you're running into issues where you're not seeing anything, just go and see if you have other overrides happening inside of this rich text. And if you're comfortable, go ahead and highlight all of that and then hit that clear formatting.